Well, I've been building the cozy for 3 years ago, since last March, and I expected to build it in a year and a half, but it didn't turn out that way. Anyway, now it's about 90 to 95% complete. This airplane is a takeoff of the Long Easy developed by Burt Rutan, and it's a composite structure, same as the similar to the Voyager, and it should be about 190 mile an hour cruise airplane, and maybe a little more. We can open up the canopy here and look inside. Now this is all pure glass up here when it's uncovered and clean. It's got a protective cover on it right now, and it's got 2 windows. Now this airplane is essentially a three-place airplane, and it has 2 in the front side by side and 1 in the back. The instruments have all been in and are removed for safekeeping and keeping them clean. And the radios, all the wiring is essentially done. This area right here is where the canard goes, and the weights on here now are to simulate a pilot in the airplane. We need that extra weight up in the nose now because we have the engine installed. And these airplanes will not sit on the ground without somebody in them. That's why they have a retractable nose gear, so that the airplane can kneel down on the nose. And this is the little handle that 8 turns brings the gear up. And this is the throttle and the carb heat and the mixture, and this is a pitch control, which is not really connected up right now. And here's some of the engine instruments over there, and the switches and so forth. And this is where the radio stack goes. This is referred to as the strake, which actually forms a part of the wing, and is also the gas tank. And this is where the filler cap will go. It holds 25 gallons on each side, and gives the airplane a cruise distance on economy cruise of about 1,400 miles, which is quite a long distance for a small airplane. And moving back toward the engine area, it shows the installation of a 320 engine. Now this engine is a little bit bigger than what the plans call for, but it gives so much better performance that I decided to go with the 320 engine. Also, the 320 is a more reliable engine than the 235. This is the prop extension, which puts the propeller out a little further aft, and also clears the cowling. I've taken the starter off and put a small alternator on there, thereby reducing the weight of the engine to actually, according to the figures and statistics, it should be 2 pounds lighter than the 235, so the weight should not be a problem. My good friend Donald Douglas helped me install the winglets on the wings. He'd been through it before, and he volunteered to help me, and I've helped him quite a bit, so it's working out very well. The rudder is, you got to pick up this one over here. This is the rudder for this wing and winglet, and it will mount in here now. These are the hinges, one of the 3. There's 3 hinges on each rudder, and that goes down and picks up 2 screw holes right here that screws right into the winglet. These are the wooden stops. They have clamps on them now because the glue is not, the flux as they call it, is not completely cured yet. So that this will go down in here, and those little clamps are in the way, but go inside and will hinge like that back and forth. So that comprises the rudder. These cutouts are for the ailerons, and when you make the ailerons, you actually cut the section right out of the wing, and then you take out the foam and stuff, and then you lay up the glass in here, and that makes the aileron cut out. And so then the cutout section becomes the aileron, the same as the rudder was cut right out of the winglet to become part of of the becomes the rudder. One of the biggest jobs on this airplane is the finishing and sanding. And I sometimes think I made too big a job out of it, but I've taken a lot of pains to get it absolutely straight by using 3-foot sanding splines to make everything come out really straight and conform to the proper curvature of the wing, which is very important. So I think I've got about, hopefully no more than 2 months to flight time. Time will tell. I met some great people while I was involved in building the airplane, and we reciprocated back and forth with our help, one to the other. The laborious part of building the airplane is all the sanding and filling and sanding again that you do. It's repeated. It just seems like it goes on forever. It took about 4 to 5 months to do it all. Well, it's really a great flying airplane. It's very stable and very responsive to the control inputs. And of course, on the Cozy, there's one problem that you have to really face up to, and that's keeping the CG in the proper range, because when you fly 2 people, you have to move the battery on the rear spar, and when you fly just one person, like the pilot himself, you have to put the battery in the nose and add ballast to the nose and to the right seat to keep it in the right CG range so that it's safe to fly. Just speculation on my part, I noticed that when we put the wheel pants on, that they said to allow for about a 3-degree flight angle for the airplane in level flight. And when I checked mine with a bubble protractor, I noticed it was only 1.5 degrees. And I think maybe there's a little less drag there, although the airplane is wider, and the fact that it has a little more streamlining from the front to the rear where the cowling protrudes. I think it might be the difference. I don't know, but it's as fast as any long easy that I've flown against, a little bit faster than one.